He sees that due to the cotton places. So Sarvam Bhattacharya understands he is in deep ecstasy. And for many, many hours, how many hours is in deep ecstasy here? It's mentioned in the summary.
Something it's not mentioned.
In the summary it was not.
Afternoon, Mahaprabhu gained conscious like this is given.
Afternoon, but for how many hours he was unconscious?
Something.
7, 8 hours, maybe something like that. And then later, these four of them came and they were searching for Lord Chaitanya. And then they came to know that he is taken away in the house of Sarvam Bhattacharya. And then they go at the house of Sarvam Bhattacharya, then they see Lord Chaitanya lying unconscious. And they know the technique, especially Nityanand Prabhu. If you want to make Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again conscious, what you have to do? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Just chant loudly, and immediately Lord Chaitanya came to consciousness. And he was saying, Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Like that. So then there was discussion between Mahaprabhu and then the devotees and then Gopinath Acharya. Gopinath Acharya was, I think, brother-in-law of Sarvam Bhattacharya.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Right. Brother-in-law is what means exactly? Sarvam Bhattacharya's
Sister's
wife's brother, like that. Brother-in-law is like that only, no? Wife's brother.
Wife's
right?
brother and sister's husband is also brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Sister's husband.
Not sure.
Oh.
Sister's husband.
Sister's husband. Okay, so Sarvam Bhattacharya's sister's husband was Gopinath Acharya, like that?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Anyway, I am not good in all this. Who is exactly what? But he was something, brother-in-law. So then, because Gopinath Acharya was a very great devotee and Sarvam Bhattacharya was a Mayavadi, basically. So he says that Lord Chaitanya is Lord himself. And then he says, no, he's not Lord. Lord is called Triyugi. How can Lord be now come like that? And then there is discussion, but Sarvam Bhattacharya is not ready. But Sarvam Bhattacharya is very much attracted to Lord Chaitanya's beauty. And he is considering him as his dependent, like son. So he wants to protect him. And he wants to give him the knowledge of Vedanta. So Sarvam Bhattacharya says that you stay at my house and I will tell you the knowledge of Vedanta. You are such a young, beautiful sannyasi. And if you want to maintain sannyas, you should know the philosophy of Vedanta. So he was caring like a father. And Mahaprabhu reciprocated with him. Actually, Sarvam Bhattacharya was a very great scholar. And Mahaprabhu understood if he becomes devotee, then it will be very powerful preaching. So Mahaprabhu was very careful in dealing with Sarvam Bhattacharya. Sarvam Bhattacharya was the scholar. So in the field of Navanyaya, Nyaya. So the king had called him from Navdip. He used to stay in Navdip with his brother Vidyavachaspati. But then the king saw he is such a great scholar, so king hired him there in Jagannath Puri. So that's why Mahaprabhu understood he is a very big person. And his ego is also very big. But his philosophy is wrong because he's Vedantist, he is a Mayavadi, follower of Shankaracharya. So Mahaprabhu understood if he has to convert him or if he has to transform him, he has to do it very carefully. So, but Mahaprabhu knew how to act in certain situations because he is Mahaprabhu. So then Sarvam Bhattacharya said, I will teach you Vedanta. You please hear. So if you see, Mahaprabhu transformed great scholars by combination of logic and humility. So you see, which are the other great scholars Mahaprabhu transformed?
Prakasananda Saraswati.
Keshava Kashmiri.
Prakashananda Saraswati and his 60,000 disciples. And who else?
Keshava Kashmiri.
Keshav Kashmiri. You see, Keshav Kashmiri. So you see, along with logic, knowledge, what is required is humility also. That is what transforms. So if one just shows knowledge and one shows skills and logic, but the person will not get transformed. So you see three great personalities in the history, they were so great scholars. Mahaprabhu transformed them by his logic and humility. So humility was very important. In case of Prakashananda Saraswati, what humility Mahaprabhu showed, because of which he got transformed in Varanasi. What was the act of humility shown by Mahaprabhu to transform Prakashananda Saraswati?
He told that my spiritual master told I am a fool, so I cannot read, understand Vedanta. Just chant Hare Krishna.
Oh, that is later. But initially,
He sat near the, he didn't enter, he sat near the entrance of the hall room.
there they wash the feet. Where they wash the feet, Lord Chaitanya sat there, and seeing that humility, my God, he is sitting, he is sannyasi, and he is sitting there, the place where everybody is washing their feet. So, Prakashananda Saraswati himself came, and he was very much touched by his humility, and then he himself picked him and brought him inside. And then, of course, he said like that. So that was the act of humility, and he did some service to Lord Chaitanya, so he got Sukruti, like that. And then, of course, he discussed. So Mahaprabhu was very good in discussion also, not just humility. So humility and plus logic, both. So like that, he discussed and then completely defeated. And Prakashananda Saraswati, along with 60,000 disciples, they all got transformed. So that was Prakashananda Saraswati. Plus, then we see Keshav Kashmiri also. Keshav Kashmiri, when he came, Mahaprabhu Mahaprabhu was only 11 years old, I think, around like that. And Keshav Kashmiri was such a Digvijay Pandit. And he said, "You are a student of grammar. You are a grammar student. I am a poet. I can compose poetry." Like that. So he was such a great scholar. Nimai was nothing in front of him. But when he recited 100 verses, Nimai could catch some verses, memorize, and say that there are some faults. And also, he was really wonderstruck. How can there be fault? And then Nimai showed there were some faults also. And the students started laughing. And Keshav Kashmiri couldn't speak anything. So what did Lord Chaitanya say that time to him, to Keshav Kashmiri? When he was humiliated, what Lord Chaitanya said to Keshav Kashmiri when he was defeated completely, he couldn't speak anything.
Told Keshav Kashmiri still the great scholar.
Huh? No. See, when he completely defeated and he couldn't speak anything, that time students of Nimai Pandit started laughing. So he said, Nimai Pandit said, "Hey, don't laugh, don't laugh." And he told to Keshav Kashmiri, "You go home, no problem. And you prepare again nicely, and tomorrow we'll discuss more. Doesn't matter, you are not able to recall now, but you go home and then you read, and then tomorrow we'll again have discussion. No problem." Like that. So by this act, Keshav Kashmiri got transformed. Just imagine, otherwise he would have said, "Yes, I have defeated you now. Yes," in front of everybody. "See, Keshav Kashmiri, the great Digvijay Pandit, is defeated by me. I am just 11 years old, Nimai, and you are such a great scholar, and you are defeated. Hari Bol." What would have happened to Keshav Kashmiri if he would have said like that? he would have never become. Huh?
He
Yes,
might
Prabhu.
not have been transformed.
Wouldn't have been transformed. Mahaprabhu's goal is not to just defeat, but to transform. So that's why then he went home, and then Saraswati came in the dream and told her, with whom you are debating? He is my master also. What can I speak? Then he goes and takes shelter, and he becomes a great acharya in the line of Nimbarka Sampradaya or Kumar Sampradaya. So we see in all three cases, and Saram Bhattacharya we see now how Mahaprabhu heard. First heard him 7 days. So not an easy thing to hear somebody for 7 days. And we know that he is speaking all nonsense. So when he spoke the Vedanta philosophy and Mahaprabhu was hearing like a child hearing, and Sarma Bhattacharya was so happy that he is hearing me, he is hearing me, he is hearing me. First of all, he was captivated by the beauty of Lord Chaitanya, and he had a fatherly feeling that I should protect him. So then Mahaprabhu very humbly, submissively listened. And at the end of 7th day, Sarma Bhattacharya said, okay, did you understand? I spoke the whole Vedanta. So you are not saying yes, no, you are not nodding the head, yes, like that. The student says like this. But he was in such a great flow, he just didn't ask in between at all. He just, at the end of 7th day, he asked. Because he was so eager to tell the Vedanta philosophy to Mahaprabhu that he didn't care to ask in between. He asked at the end of 7 day, did you follow what I told? That's why I keep asking in between to all of you, because I don't know where you are and who are attending, and so to confirm that whether you are understanding or not. I will not do the mistake of Sarma Bhattacharya. At the end of the 7th day, end of the class, I always keep my classes very interactive. It's okay, na? So that I make sure that you don't sleep. You're there or not?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Yes.
Yeah.
All are following, Prabhu. We are eagerly waiting for Wednesday evening.
No, my technique for Zoom classes is I keep it interactive. So I will not do like Saram Bhattacharya. He asked the question at the end of the 7th day. Are you following? Then Mahaprabhu didn't have any expression on his face at all for 7 days. Then Shukdev Goswami used to test Parishit Maharaj in between. So he would immediately tell some pastime very quickly. Caitanya Lila he told only in 4 verses. Then Parishit Maharaj stopped. Oh, wait. Why Caitanya Lila you spoke so fast? Please elaborate. Who was Kalia? Where you are staying? Why he came to Yamuna? How he took shelter of Yamuna? How Lord was subdued? Please tell him elaborately. So Shukdev Goswami would test like that Parishit Maharaj many times in between, whether he is attentive or not. And there are many instances where Parikshit Maharaj was tested by Shukdev Goswami. So it's good actually when a teacher is teaching. You also, when you are teaching to somebody, and especially on Zoom, make it sure that you keep it interactive. Everybody is. Otherwise, you go on speaking, and then at the end you ask whether did you follow. Then Mahaprabhu, what he said? ये पहले एक दिन के एंड में पूछा रहता तो it would have been better, na? Some Bhattacharya asked at the end of 7th day only. So keep always class interactive and what people are following, how much they know, so that we speak according to the level of the people. So sometimes you speak very high-fi, lofty philosophy, and at the end of you ask whether they didn't follow anything. It happens like that. So one should know the level of the audience and speak accordingly. That is very important. So tomorrow you will be teachers. So it's very important. You should know the audience, and to know the audience, you should make it interactive. Ask some questions or like that. Then you will know what is the level. So Saram Bhattacharya was not a very good teacher. Means, at least in this case we see, because he asked Mahaprabhu at the end of seventh day. And then what Mahaprabhu replied at the end of the seventh day? Then he asked, are you following or not? Your no facial expression? Yes, no, yes, kuch nahi. What? You are following or not? Did you understand what I am explaining? What Mahaprabhu said?
Prabhu said those explanations are like sun, or like very easily we can understand, but your commentary is like clouds. It is actually hiding or misrepresenting the truth.
So it's like a slap on the teacher's face. Only Mahaprabhu can do that. Suppose tomorrow you say, Prabhu, what you are explaining, we are not understanding. But the verses in Chaitanya Caritamrita are very clear. But what you explain is like the cloud. How the teacher will feel, na? You feel like that? That verses are clear, but the explanation is not clear.
No,
So you
Prabhu,
have the,
explanations are clear. Very, very clear. We are depending upon the explanations.
you should tell to me if you feel like that. So your explanation are like the clouds, and the verses in the CC are like the sun, and your explanation only covering the sun. So you can tell me frankly. But Mahaprabhu was very frank. He directly told like that. So then Saram Bhattacharya's whole, he was just like you take the earth below from the feet. What? Till now, nobody has spoken me like this. Saram Bhattacharya was the greatest scholar. And his students were very great scholars. And nobody could stand in front of Sarvam Bhattacharya. His Navanyaya logic and all that was very, 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 very powerful. So his explanation were very clear, means according to him, because he was a follower of Shankaracharya. And this Vedanta Sutra are some 500 Vedanta Sutras, and they are very cryptic. Anandamaya Abhyasat. Anandamaya Abhyasat is there. Then Janmadasya, and then Shastra Yonitvat, and then Athato Brahma Jitnyasa. And these are very cryptic statements. You cannot know only what is the meaning. So Athato Brahma Jitnyasa. Therefore inquire about the Lord. So why this therefore is there? Or Anandamaya Abhyasat. So very cryptic. You cannot understand at all by yourself. You need explanation 100%. So Mahaprabhu is saying, no. The Vedanta Sutra are very clear, but your explanations are not very clear. Because he was interpreting in a Shankaracharya style. So Vedantists are like that. So now also if you see in India, there are many followers of Shankaracharya still now. And they follow the school of Vedanta. And they are Mayavadi. Very difficult because they are quite greatly learned scholars and they are rooted in their own philosophy. How many of you have met some followers of Shankaracharya in your preaching? Met? Yes or no?
Yes, bro.
So how you defeat them? How you debate with them? If you meet some Shankaracharya follower who is a Mayavadi, like Sarma Bhattacharya, so of course Mahaprabhu, he defeated him in a powerful way by the Atmaram verse. But some of the Prabhupada's logic we can apply to those who are Mayavadis. So I want to hear from others. Now, if a Mayavadi comes in front of you, and then you want to preach our philosophy of Vaishnavism, so what are the points we can tell? Which Prabhupada tells many times, simple. You need not give explanation like Atmaram's 18 meanings, that we cannot do. But what are the points which we can refute the follower of Shankaracharya? Yes, others should speak, not Shivguna Krishna Prabhu or Sudarshan Vasudeva Prabhu. They are always speaking, somebody else.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji, and to all the
Ah,
assembled devotees.
yes.
Prabhuji, I've faced a few of them. So in a simple context, we can always draw reference to what Krishna talks about in Bhagavad Gita, like Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. Like he's talking about the personal aspect of him, and we can talk about how we can if we have to have a loving exchange, the process of devotional service, it has to be with a person. It can't be done on a voidism basis. And the whole purpose of our existence is to serve the Supreme Lord. The service is completely missing in Mayavad, Prabhuji, because they want to be one with the Supreme Lord. So
Okay.
being subservient, that whole concept is missing in my humble view, Prabhuji.
Okay, so you want to say that how Lord is saying Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, he is saying me, I am a person, like that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Prabhu, whoever is the host, you can stop the sharing, you can show me in the screen. So that who is the host?
Yes, Prabhu, I will do.
Yeah.
Sheikh Prabhu, you can stop screen.
Okay, one point is done. Any other point? You can show me in the spotlight. Which, yes, anybody else? Amal Arjun to shared one point. How to refute Mayavadis?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Brahmana hi pradishtaham, I am the source of Brahma Jyoti. And
Okay,
Prabhupada always gives example of sun and sunlight.
okay, sun and sunlight. What we can prove from that?
Because sun rays are coming, we are seeing the sun only, but the origin is from sun. Like that, the Brahma Jyoti is coming from, it's emanating from the Supreme Lord's body.
Okay, so the origin has form, like that. Yes, the formless is coming from a form. Okay, so form is superior to formless. Yes. Okay, sunlight. You can. Nice example. Good. Anybody else? How to refute Mayavad? Shankaracharya's philosophy. Nobody else? How you will? If Mayavadi comes, you will surrender to him. Om Namo Narayana. They agree to each other like they are Narayana. Yes. Prabhupada books speak so much. So many points one can tell.
Prabhuji, actually, Shankaracharya also sing that Bhaja Govinda. You are full worship Govinda. I also sang to his father.
Yeah.
You have to, your grammar or logic will not help you at the time of death.
Okay, that is also good. Govinda, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mudamati. He says that, oh, fool, please chant the names of Govinda. He's only going to save. Yeah, that is also very nice. Okay, good. Yes, others. There are many. We have 20 participants, something. 18 are there. Others are not speaking out of humility or how to refute Mayavad from Prabhupada books. How we cannot become God. How we are different from God. How Lord has formed. How we'll speak. And Prabhupada has given so many nice arguments. Yes. No one.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
You have spoken now already.
Or not on this.
Not on this? Achha, okay. Yes. What point you tell?
I don't know whether Prabhupada has quoted this or not, but it comes in my mind. The creator cannot be inferior to the created ones. Creator has to be superior. So created beings, created ones have form. So creator must have a better form, a superior form.
Yeah, Prabhupada tells na, that we and you have form and how Lord cannot have form. Prabhupada says
Correct.
this. Yes. How Lord cannot have form? Lord also has form because we and you have form. So Lord also has form. Yeah, that is very nice logic. That is very simple logic. Yes. Very good. Thank you. Anybody else? How we cannot become God? God is always God. Arey, you all don't know. I thought you
Prabhuji,
will
one thing which Prabhupada mentioned once,
you have
if you
spoken.
say,
You
okay,
have told one point.
okay, okay.
I want to hear from others. Others are not speaking only. So whether they are reading Prabhupada books or not. Okay, let me give the hint. Prabhupada says how we cannot be God because God can do extraordinary activities. I have given a hint, so others should speak.
Yes, Prabhuji, in the discussion with
You spoken, na?
yes, I'm not telling the incident. I just any indication. I amplifying that the discussion with what is called another Mayavadi sannyasi in Bombay. I
Yeah.
forgot his
Yes.
name.
Others now has to speak. Others
Chinmayananda.
speak.
Chinmayananda.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Brahma
Yes.
Samhita, it is Nitya Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. So he has a form. And also we can, and also Lord has lifted Govardhana with his little finger. He can do it, but we cannot be like that. And he's full of opulence. And we are only the part of Lord.
Yes.
So he's absolute. We are only his part and parcel.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Mata. Very
Thank
nicely
you,
you told.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchidananda Vigraha. Satchidananda. This is given. Vigraha. Vigraha is also form. Made up of Satchidananda. So Brahma is himself saying. Very nice. So his form is transcendental. So his form is not like ours. His transcendental form. So whenever the word comes Nirgun or Nirvishesh or Nirakar, so we have to understand it is said that he doesn't have a material form. It's not he doesn't have a form. He doesn't have a material form, but he does have spiritual. It is made of a Satchidananda. So Nirgun also doesn't mean, and Nirgun means that he doesn't have material qualities. He has spiritual qualities. Yeah, nice point, my Mataji. Yes, some other point? With verse also you can quote. Any verse from Bhagavad Gita who speaks from Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita they also accept. Bhagavatam they may not accept, but Bhagavad Gita Mayavadis also accept. Shankaracharya's followers. So from Bhagavad Gita you should quote.
12th chapter, Prabhu, beginning Arjuna asks which form is worship is better.
Others. Now Shiguna Krishna Prabhu,
Prabhuji,
Sudarshan.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranams.
Yes, your name?
Manoharini Shubhadra Devidas.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Prabhuji, in Bhagavad Gita, there is a verse where Krishna is saying that I am the basis. This is 14th chapter, last verse. He says, na, that I am the basis of Brahman.
Brahmanoi
After,
Pratishtaham.
yes. So, which means he is the base. That is also another.
Yes. That is good. Yeah, somebody told that earlier. Point. I am the basis of the Brahman. Yes. That is there. Any see in the second chapter there is verse. Second chapter which actually refutes Mayavad directly. Which is that? Well, I will give the hint. Na is this first word. Natve.
Natve Vaham, that sloka, Prabhuji.
Natve Vaham
Natve
Jatuna.
Vaham Jatunasa.
Natvam Neme
Natvam
Janadima.
Neme Janadipa.
Na Chaiva
Na
Bhavishyama.
Chaiva Bhavishyama.
Sarve Vayam Ataparam.
Sarvaiva Taparam. Yes. So I
This
am
director.
existing, all of you, existing at all times, past, present, and future.
Never
So,
will merge. So this is very nice verse. Also, Mamai Vamsha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manashashtani Indriyani Prakvistani Karshati. So this word Sanatan has come. Sanatan means always the Jiva will remain Sanatan. There's no point that he is going to merge. with the Lord. And also क्लेशो अधिकतर तेषाम अव्यक्त आसक्तते चेतसाम अव्यक्त ही गतिर दुःखम देहावप्तिर अवाप्यते. In 12.5 also Lord says those who are on the path of this impersonalism, it is very, very difficult. Klesho adiktara tesham. It's only full with klesh. Like that, Bhagavad Gita, so many verses we should quote. And there are so many arguments Prabhupada gives. So for Mayavad, we require these basic arguments only. So if we read Prabhupada's books, then Prabhupada has given very, very powerful arguments. So that's why Swaram Bhattacharya was a great Mayavadi, but then Mahaprabhu, giving him the explanation of the Atmaram verse, double of what he gave. So when Mahaprabhu said your explanation are like the clouds, then Swaram Bhattacharya said, then you explain me. You take, okay, explain this verse, Atmaram. So Mahaprabhu said, you first explain. So then he explained it in 9 ways, different ways, Swaram Bhattacharya. And then Mahaprabhu explained 9 to 2 means 18 ways. And then you understood, my God, he must be Supreme Personality of Godhead only. Who can refute me? And he understands. And then Mahaprabhu, while speaking to Sanatana Goswami, he explains this Atmaram verse in 61 meanings. So Lord is like, he can explain 61,000 meanings also, different meanings of Atmaram verse. So then that time, Swaram Bhattacharya surrenders to Mahaprabhu. So the combination of humility and knowledge, both is very powerful. Just one has knowledge and one defeats or refutes somebody, he will not get transformed. If one defeats, what is of the same opinion still, is there one saying, if you refute somebody, but if you just logically refute him, he will be of same opinion. He will not change his opinion. But with humility, you do that, then he gets transformed also. So that we can learn from Mahaprabhu. Combination of humility and knowledge. Knowledge is also required, but humility is also must. People get transformed mostly by the behavior of a devotee. People get transformed by the behavior of a devotee. People get transformed by the living exchanges of devotees. Knowledge is also one part, but knowledge is not all in all. Knowledge is one thing. Most of you must have come to devotional service by seeing a loving devotee. So that's how we get transformed, by seeing a devotee, not just by knowledge. So that is very important. So Swaram Bhattacharya, because Mahaprabhu heard from him 7 days. That's why he heard then later from him. Otherwise, Swaram Bhattacharya wouldn't have heard from him. So that is the way Mahaprabhu is teaching us how to transform people and not just defeat people. Okay. So, good. So this is a nice chapter. I think PPT we have not seen. We have PPT for this. Maybe next time we'll see the PPT. And we'll go through. But at least we have seen the storyline. How Mahaprabhu gets transformed. And then later that will come how Mahaprabhu brings some prasad and he immediately eats without washing his mouth. Prapti matrena bhoktavyam, he says. Whenever you get Mahaprasad, you should eat immediately. You become Bhakti Pade, Mukti Pade, that we'll see next time. Okay. So preaching we can learn from Mahaprabhu, how to do preaching. Preaching means humility is required. Not just knowledge. Okay. Reborn. We'll end here. It's already 10:30. We'll meet next.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please give us 1 minute. We want to formally express gratitude. Sugarnosha Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Tanda pranams. Thank you, Prabhu. In spite of your hectic schedule, taken time, and you are in Holy Dham, Pandharpur. Very happy.
I'll pray for all of you.
Yes. So we are near Chandrabhaga River. Thank you for your association, and please pray for us to Lord Pandharnath also.
I will show you the view bit of Pandharpur Dham. Are you able to see?
Yes, Prabhu. Last March we were there, Prabhu. March, before coming to Pune.
Acha, acha, you came here, no?
Very
So,
nice place.
nice
Nice
place.
temple. Beautiful temple.
Continuously kirtan going on.
Very nice.
Around. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu.
So,
Thank you very much. Have a nice day, blessed trip. And we'd like to express our gratitude on behalf of all assembled Vaishnavas for giving your valuable association by taking the shelter of holy name. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Vanchakalpataruscha
Hare
kripa
Krishna,
sindhubhyo
Hare Krishna,
Vaiష్णava
Hare Rama,
Vaishnava
Rama, Hare Rama,
Nanda Puri Vaishnava ki jai, Granthiraj Shri Chaitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, HG Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranamam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Nanda Pranam, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhuji, any announcement is there or will you end up the session?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, devotees can go through the list of area coordinators for Damodar month.
Yeah, tomorrow morning we'll post that invitation.
Okay, tomorrow morning
we'll put it in Kanyadesh group.
Okay.
Kanyadesh, all JSS, all the groups we can post.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning.
So, tomorrow morning.
The frames are ready and already we informed Udara Krishna Prabhu to print the 100 photos. So Friday, some volunteers can, during the program, parallelly they can put the photos in the frames and we can distribute to the area coordinators 10 each.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So anything else? Asimana Krishna Prabhu is there? Prabhuji, you want to tell anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Dandar Pranam Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Nothing is there, Prabhuji. Only we have to submit one list of sheltered or and is list to JSS, sheltered devotees. Sudarshan also there, Prabhuji. If we can make one sheltered devotees, all
yes,
we can whoever whatever we know, and we can send one list.
So sure, Prabhu. So whom to hand over? I'll hand over to you, no?
Yeah, you can hand over. Then
yes,
JSS they're asking.